I'd solved hundreds of LeetCode problems. Then one interview question made my mind go completely blank. That's when it hit me. I'd been learning the wrong thing all along. I wasn't learning to solve problems. I was just memorizing solutions. Then I found one simple idea that changed everything. Suddenly, problems I'd never seen before started to feel familiar. Let me show you exactly what it is. So what changed? I stopped asking, have I seen this problem before? And started asking, what pattern does this problem belong to? That's exactly how experienced candidates think. They don't memorize hundreds of solutions. They recognize a handful of patterns. Once they identify the pattern, the implementation is usually straightforward. Today we're going to learn one of the most important patterns in coding interviews: two pointers. Not just how it works, more importantly, how to recognize when to use it. Let's start with a simple problem. You're given a sorted array and you need to find two numbers whose sum equals a target. Most people immediately think about checking every pair. It works, but that's O of n squared. Every number gets compared against almost every other number. With 10,000 elements, that's around 100 million comparisons. In an interview, that's usually where the interviewer asks, "Can you do better?" Yes, and it has nothing to do with memorizing a trick. It has everything to do with recognizing a property. The array is sorted. That single observation changes everything. Here's the idea. Put one pointer at the smallest number and another at the largest. Add them together. If the sum is too large, move the right pointer left. Why? Because every number to the right is even larger. The only way to decrease the sum is to move toward a smaller value. If the sum is too small, move the left pointer right. That's the only way to increase it. Notice what's happening. Every move eliminates possibilities you've already proven cannot work. You never revisit them. Each pointer only moves across the array once. That's O of n. Not because you memorized an algorithm, because you understood what a sorted array lets you do. This is the part most tutorials skip. Don't memorize the solution. Memorize why the solution works. That's the pattern. Once you understand why, dozens of problems suddenly start looking familiar. So how do you recognize this pattern? Look for these clues. You're searching for a pair, a triplet, or a range inside a sequence. And that sequence is already sorted, or you're allowed to sort it. The moment you see those signals, two pointers should be one of your first thoughts. That's exactly what interviewers are testing. Not whether you've seen the question, whether you recognize the pattern. Watch how many completely different problems suddenly become the same idea. 2 sum 2. Find a pair in a sorted array. Two pointers. Container with most water. Two ends move inward. Same pattern. 3 sum. Sort once, fix one number, run two pointers on the rest. Valid palindrome. Compare both ends, move inward. Still two pointers. Different problems. The same pattern. That's what people mean when they say, one pattern solves 100 problems. And that's not just a figure of speech. On LeetCode, these two patterns show up in well over 100 problems. Two ideas, 100 problems. But here's something interesting. What if both pointers started from the same side? Instead of moving toward each other, they moved together. Congratulations! You just discovered another interview pattern. Sliding window. Consider this problem. Find the longest substring without repeating characters. Notice the signal changed. You're no longer searching for a pair. You're searching for a contiguous range. That word, contiguous, should immediately catch your attention. The right pointer expands the window. The left pointer shrinks it whenever the rule is broken. Expand, shrink, expand, shrink. Still one pass, still O of n. Still 2 pointers, just arranged differently. So how do you choose under interview pressure? Here's the entire decision tree. First, identify what you're looking for. A pair or a triplet. Opposite direction 2 pointers. A longest or shortest contiguous subarray or substring. Sliding window. That's it. 2 questions, 1 decision. Want this to become second nature? Solve these problems in order. 2 sum 2. Container with most water. Valid palindrome. 3 sum. And longest substring without repeating characters. Don't just solve them. Before writing any code, ask yourself, why is this pattern the right fit? That's the habit that interviewers reward. We'll cover the remaining patterns in coming videos. Subscribe so you never miss any video.